Hi Sue Ying, it's Scott here from Faux Technology Consulting. It's great to be with you again. As promised, while we were on site almost a month ago now, I'm giving you an update on the how the program and the analysis is going for your Noodle bar system. I'll walk you through just a few slides and explain what the activities we've done and how we've executed those. So certainly this is first cut of the analysis. Feedback very much welcome. The more feedback that you give us, the closer to your requirements and your expectations we'll meet. So we'll kick off. So we were there on the 5th of March. Thank you very much for hosting us. We had excellent engagement with yourself and your staff. Great discussions with stakeholders, particularly Ms. Zhu. She's certainly got your best interest at heart and has a clear vision for where she would like your system to go, which is fantastic. We took a lot of interview notes, made a lot of observations, user stories and other information, and the team's been working tirelessly over the last 3 weeks to perform some analysis of that. Again, this is a brief on our initial analysis and not set in stone. Feedback very, very welcome. So the first piece of analysis that we put together for you is on your stakeholders. And we've put that together in the format of what's called a stakeholder analysis matrix. So what we can see there is divided into 4 quadrants. And we've placed the various stakeholders and stakeholder groups into each of those quadrants so that we can best communicate and consult with them effectively. So obviously yourself and Miss Sue there, quite high power and very interested in the project. So we'll be working very closely with you. Your staff, look, whilst they have a high interest in the project, their sphere of influence is a little bit limited, so we will certainly be keeping those informed. Your regular customers, that's a stakeholder group we've defined there. Look, they obviously have the power to vote with their feet and stop coming to you if they're not happy with your service. So look, certainly the system needs to satisfy their needs. And other stakeholder groups we've thrown in there, the local residents and the local farmers. And look, even though they're not particularly interested and they don't have a lot of influence over your system, it's certainly important to monitor their reactions there and how the uptake of the system goes, so that we can consider accommodating needs in the future. We've also put together a system vision statement, and essentially this is just designed to be a one-pager that captures at a very high level the vision of your system. So summarizes the current problem that the system will help resolve, which we've summarized there is essentially around that core customer service process. It's paper-based, it's inefficient, easily susceptible to mistakes, and certainly the system will resolve a lot of those issues for you. Summarizes the high-level capabilities of the system. So we've put there again, facilitate quick and accurate processing of customer orders, both in-store and online. Improve communication between sales, kitchen and delivery staff, so they'll eliminate orders and make things more efficient. Automate supply chain and staff timesheet functionality. Obviously that was a requirement that Ms. Zhu was certainly keen to have included. And improve customer relations with your regular customers. The expected business benefits of the system is certainly the theme. Without reading the whole thing, you'll certainly get a copy of this shortly. But it's streamlining processes to increase capacity to serve more customers more efficiently, and certainly eliminating those errors to assist with improving customer service. Again, you'll receive a system vision statement in the pack that I'll send you that you can have a read through thoroughly. And look, please let me know if you've got any questions. Next, we mapped out the current state, or the as is customer service process. This was a really valuable activity because when you look at it in a graphical format, such as in this activity diagram, you can see just how many activities that the sales assistant and the kitchen is responsible for. And so certainly that shows you straight away that the sales assistant in the kitchen is quite busy and would benefit quite a lot from automation with the system. This was put together via myself and the team observing on a Friday night, one of your busiest nights, I understand, of the week, and basically following some customer orders from when the customer ordered, placed their order with the sales assistant, to all the different activities that went into delivering that order back to the customer, whether they be in store or whether they be home delivery there through the delivery driver. So it was great to have that understanding, and you can see there that yes, the sales assistant is very busy. Next, we've put together a product backlog here for your system. So what this essentially does is this takes requirements from what we call user stories. So it, in our discussions and interviews with yourself and Mizzou and your staff and other stakeholders, we've prioritized these requirements, and we've used a system called Moscow, and that's essentially a bit of an acronym there for must, should, could, and won't. So you can see here that the top must requirements here are essentially around improving that customer service, being able to take orders quickly and accurately, and automating where we can, so that we eliminate errors and we make your team more efficient. Moving down to the shoulds there, we're looking at moving to online there, so establishing your professional website, facilitating online orders and payments, and other elements. We've marked the automation of staff timesheet functions and the customer loyalty program as a could. It's starting to, we feel the priority of those are lower because it's starting to move away from that core customer service requirement that we think will give you the best business benefits. And finally, and not to disappoint Ms. Zhu, but the automation of supply chain functions, we've actually prioritized that as a warrant, as in we'll leave that out of this version of the system. This is because after some initial analysis, we've discovered that your supply chain partners are just simply not equipped to handle automated ordering. So look, certainly in the future, if they upgrade their systems and bring in that capability, we can look at it for you. Next, we've got the system use cases here. So what this helps us understand is the different interactions that system actors or users have with your system. What you can see depicted there is certainly all the actions that your sales assistant participates in, and as they have direct access to the system, they have direct access to those activities. You can also see there that the send order to kitchen is shared by the sales assistant in the kitchen, because they, again, both have direct access to the system. That's certainly an activity that they will both need to use. And you can see there that we've marked out an includes relationship between the create customer order and the calculate order total, as the create customer order will use the services of the order total there to instantly add and calculate the total as dishes are added to a customer order. So the system object classes here now, this might look like a a complicated diagram, but essentially what we've done there is we've earmarked five different elements there of your system and grouped them into objects. So for example, we've got a customer, an order, menu item, order status, and an employee. Just a brief explanation. Each of these boxes here, they are notated in the format of the name of the object, so order here, the different data that we're planning on collecting from the system, and the different methods that might happen here. So obviously we've got order, we're going to record an order ID, the date, time, and the total, and the different methods. Well, you can create an order, you're reporting on average time to prepare an order, and an order can be cancelled by a customer as well. These notations here denote multiplicity, and that basically helps us define the relationship between these objects. So you can see here that an order might have one or many menu items, but a menu item might have zero or many orders. So as in a menu item might not be ordered, or it might be ordered many times all at once. So that helps us map that out. And essentially the way we put this together is looking at the information that's captured in the manual paper process that you have at the moment between the sales assistant and the kitchen, and also we've used some of our experience from other systems that we've implemented that are similar to yours to look at the different elements of data that we might need to capture as they may need to be used elsewhere in the system. Look, thank you, Ying. That brings us to the end of the update. Again, if you have any questions or feedback, please send them through. The more information we get from you, the closer that we can match your expectations and make your system better. Thank you very much.